Good morning. First thing on day 11. I've done my way in, and as you see by the video, really good, nearly a pound and a half. So I've lost nearly 13 and a half pounds, which is pretty close to a whole stone. We're not even on day 14 or the end of the second week. Be interesting to see what happens with day 14. It's probably going to slow down a little bit, but you know, this is amazing. Looking forward to doing the after shots as well. I can definitely see that I've lost some volume off of my stomach as well. I'm going to go off and do my breakfast prep. Yeah, see you in a bit. This morning's weigh-in, day 11. $97.4. Excellent. That is almost 1.5 pounds. Cool. Right, so my first 2 meal preps. I'm just going to show you my breakfast, which again I've got porridge with some blueberries, some cut up, 2 small cut up strawberries and a couple of raspberries, just to give it a bit of flavour, a little bit of nutrition. These are the porridge oats that I use, okay? They're really good for you, really cheap. And these are the other ones you can get, the simply already made up ones. Now I'd avoid these ones where possible. I know this one's got golden syrup and stuff like that. You know, they're simple to make, but these are as well. It's less than 2 minutes in the microwave. In terms of difference with sugar, we want to try and avoid as much sugar as possible. In 50 grams of these porridge oats, there's less than 1 gram of sugar. Now bearing in mind, a gram of sugar is a sort of a heaped teaspoon or teaspoon of sugar. In here, these 16 teaspoons of sugar. Would you have 16 teaspoons of sugar normally on things? Probably not. I didn't know this. I've started to find this out. It's quite interesting. 16 teaspoons of sugar. Anyway, that's my breakfast, which is the porridge oats. I'll be having that later. In the meantime, my lunch is going to be this. Yes, I've bought it, but this is actually quite a nutritious one. Be careful, soups, they can be like really high in calories. You could be having as much calories in a soup in some instances as you would be going for a sandwich. So, chosen this one. This is an Indian sweet potato and coconut dal. That's cool. I'm going to pour half of it into my thermos to keep it warm. Okay, and into it I'm going to add, this is the lamb steak that I had yesterday, one of the leftover bits. That's 50 grams of it, and just some red pepper and a bit of flavour to it. Nice and simple, and it's going to keep me full throughout the day. So day 11, evening meal. What we have here is a nice full plate. We've got some salmon, half a strip of cheese, quite thin, an egg, boiled egg, some baby spinach leaves, some cucumber, some spring onion, some red pepper and some lovely beetroot. A bit of salt and pepper on the top and a little sprinkling of olive oil. Now, you might be thinking that this is really calorie rich. It's not particularly. Just very quickly, the salmon, it's only a small piece of salmon. That's about 210 calories. I'm not going to bore you to death with that. Cheese, about 50 calories. Eggs, about 85. And the rest of the salad here, probably just over 100. And a bit of sprinkling of the extra virgin olive oil. I've done so well. I'm really happy and proud of myself because, you know, it's day 11. I've done 13 and a half pounds. I was aiming to do 10 to 12. So I'm beyond happy, in fact. And I'm just going to celebrate this a little bit more than I normally have, and as a special concession, as I've done so well. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're following me, you're an average guy. You know, sometimes it is a little bit of a struggle, I'm not going to lie, but other times it's quite easy. My energy levels have been fine. Today I'm going to treat myself. The other day I had 1 small glass of wine, okay? Today I'm going to have myself a beer, okay? Again, this is about 125, 130 calories for 1 bottle of beer. This one's a low carb beer. If you're going to have beer, or wine during this, you know, maybe once or twice. At the end of the day, we're average guys. We're not here to try and go through the ins and outs of everything and avoid everything. We want to lose weight, okay? I want to lose weight, and I also want to stay relatively normal about it all. So yes, I'm going to have a beer, breaks all the rules, but you know what? Hey, that's fine. I'm happy with that. I've been doing really, really well, and I'm absolutely going to enjoy this. So here's to you guys. Thanks for following me, and I'm going to enjoy my food now. So summary for day 11. Good energy levels all the way through. My mind felt very clear, very sharp, so that's really good. And when it comes down to what did I do this evening, I went to the gym and did my HIIT workout, which was 5 exercises, 4 sets. I was in there for 25 minutes. I enjoyed coming out of there. The rest of it was a bit of a chore, but do you know what? I got through it. The interesting part of going to the gym was I was talking to the gym instructor that was there, and he asked me how I was getting on. I explained that I'm doing the average guy diet and what meals I was taking and when I was eating and what exercise I was doing, and he was going, yeah, well, you're not going to lose more than sort of 4 or 5 pounds, you know, doing something like that. And I went, well, I've just lost 13.5 pounds. He was like, really? I was like, no, really? And he's like, what? He goes, but it doesn't make sense because it goes against everything I understand about dieting. I said, look, you know, I'm just following these particular techniques. They've been researched, you know, and it's been scientifically looked into. You know, they're not necessarily brand new, but for some people, obviously, they're still quite an eye-opener. Traditionally, you know, like we had the low-fat diet and the 6 meals a day type thing. And he was quite astounded. So he's quite intrigued to follow to see how it works out in the end. So that's really good. The other thing I wanted to say was, I felt a little bit bad earlier on when after I'd had my beer, and I was thinking, I'm encouraging you guys to have a drink. It's not meant about that at all, and I hope you understand that. It's about the fact that, you know, obviously if you're going to have, if one small beer leads to 2 or 3, then please don't do it. Okay, but at the same time you know, this is real and it's achievable, and what's happened so far for me, I'm really chuffed with. You know, I'm really happy about, and so yes, I think it's really important. Anything in life that you do, if you get some form of success, you should celebrate it. And so yeah, it's a beer, biggie. But, you know, and that's how it should be. And most of all, I just wanted to prove that, you know, this is day 11, and I've achieved more than I expected to already. So, you know, I want it to be doable, achievable and real. And I think it's all of those things already. And, you know, we've still got another 3 more days left to go. So I'm really happy with today's results. And I'm going to go get an early night because sleep's really important. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, day 12, first thing in the morning. Let's have a little look. 197. Still losing weight, that's really good. It's Neil, the average bloke, and this is day 12 of the average guy diet. First thing in the morning, I've done my weigh-in. I have lost weight, so that's good. 0.4 of a pound, so just under half a pound, or 0.2 of a kilo if you prefer kilos. In terms of where I was and where I am now, I was on at the very beginning, you might remember, 210.8 pounds and 95.6 kilos. Since then, I've lost just under 14 pounds and 6.5 kilos thereabouts, which is pretty phenomenal in 12 days, let's be fair. I'm feeling good. I slept incredibly well last night, and I'm looking forward to the day, so I'll see you at meal prep. My meal prep for today, for my breakfast, I've got some Icelandic style yogurt. What's great about these type of yogurts is it's high in protein. So half a pot of this, it's got nearly 20 grams of protein, which is exactly what we want first thing in the morning. Now I'm having my lunch a lot later, so with my breakfast I've done myself a boiled egg, hard boiled egg. Okay, good source of protein as well, and that will be my breakfast. And for my lunch, Yesterday's soup that I had, you might remember, sort of Indian and sort of coconut style soup. It wasn't nice. I didn't like it. I'd rather have a bowl of fresh sick than have that again. So, personal taste is different. So I've gone back to one of these naked noodles style soups. Okay, pour that in there. Now with this today, this is a vegetable one. I'm going to have the other part of the salmon that I had, so it's another good nutritional source of protein and an oily fish that's good for me. So that's just about 100 grams of salmon in a vegetable style soup. That'll keep me going for the rest of the afternoon until it's time to eat later. This is day 12 on the evening meal. I've got some chicken mini breast fillets and I've created a sort of fajita style topping just to coat them, just to liven things up a little bit. It took me about 5 or 6 minutes and I'm hoping it'll be really tasty. I will at the end of this 14 days do a separate video all about the type of recipes that you can do just to mix things up a little bit and make it less plain. In the meantime, my meal: broccoli, beans, and we've got some whole grain rice and some wild rice. Again, the rice here is a small portion, 50 grams. The whole meal, we'll go into the calories later on, about 340 calories, but quite substantial. Okay. Summary for day 12. It's been overall quite a good day. There were a couple of times where I seemed lagging in energy, lasting sort of for half an hour, 40 minutes. I took some water on board the second time and it seemed to clear it up quite quickly. The rest of the time the energy levels were really good. That's just being honest. I had my meal, got a lot more energy from that, and went and did my cardio, my 10-minute HIIT exercises, and that was again the 20-second sprint, a minute to recover, 20 seconds sprint, a minute to recover 5 times, warm up, warm down. It is becoming easier. I can't say that I'm enjoying it during it, but afterwards I'm certainly getting the benefit of the happy feelings that happen after exercise, so that's pretty good. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, day 13. I'm hoping to lose a bit more. It'd be brilliant if I could get over the 14 pounds lost by the end of this program. We'll see what's happening tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to head myself off, have a shower, and then get to bed.